Come on, need a big gun in the front. Watch the back. Back up. Don't do Cuba.
At first, no one really knew what was happening. It's Nairobi, so people assumed that it was a robbery. But as soon as we found out that there were armed gunmen inside the mall, I grabbed my flak jacket, my helmet, my cameras, and got down there as quickly as I could. I sort of teamed up with a group of guys that were trying to get people out. Some of them were undercover police, some of them were civilians, and they were sort of operating in a void. No one was going in, hundreds of civilians were trapped. Some of them couldn't move because they were in the line of fire. Moving through the mall, you have to understand we're operating on very little information. So at this point in time, we didn't know how many attackers there were. We didn't know where they were. We didn't know what type of weaponry they had. The military had arrived at this point, and these soldiers had obviously never encountered a situation like this. They were quite afraid themselves. You could see it on their face, and they were sort of crouching low in this movie theater next to giant billboards of Matt Damon's latest action flick. It was really surreal for an attack of this magnitude to happen just minutes away from where I lived, in a mall that I shopped at, that I had met friends at. And suddenly I'm in the same setting, but it's eerie silence, bursts of gunfire. There are bodies laid out, the first of the victims of the attack, and it just felt really horrifying. Over 69 people were killed in the Westgate attack. This included men, women, children. Every single one of those people had a family, had a story, had a life that was cut short. I'd rather be more aware of both the most beautiful and horrible aspects of the world that we live in than, you know, standing in a corner with my eyes closed. Even on a day like Westgate, which was so full of senseless violence and horror, you know, it's important to not forget the other side, the acts of heroism and courage and unity that we also saw that day.
Yeah! Somebody back up.